Good morning. Today we are going to carve maxillary lateral incisor. So we are going to see about the permanent dentition maxillary lateral incisor. Okay, so these are the things we require for carving of maxillary lateral incisor. So we need a textbook showing the pictures of maxillary lateral incisor. We need the carver, we need the wax block, we need the Macintosh sheet, we need the scale, preferably a metal scale, and we need a marker pen for self-identification of aspects. It may be buccal, it may be lingual, it may be distal or mesial. So for self-analysis and for self-identification, we need the marker pen. Okay. So let's see the dimensions of maxillary lateral incisor. So cervical incisor length of crown will be 9 millimeters. Length of root will be 13 millimeters. Mesiodistal diameter of crown will be 6.5 millimeters. Mesiodistal diameter of crown at the cervix, it will be 5 millimeters. Labio or buccolingual diameter of crown will be 6 millimeters. Labio or buccolingual diameter of crown at the cervix will be 5 millimeters. Curvature of cervical line in the mesial side, it will be 3 millimeters. Curvature of cervical line in the distal aspect, it will be 2 millimeters. So before going into the carving aspect, you should know the dimension of each aspect to carve properly and get the morphology in a proper natural way. So we should take a rectangular wax block, okay, and then we should divide the block into crown portion. This will be your crown and this will be your root. So this will be your crown portion and this will be your root portion. For better understanding, I have separated into crown. This will be your crown and this will be your root portion. So this will be the demarcation line, that is the cervical line, okay, and this will be your crown and this will be the root portion. So crown, we have the difference, that is this should be your labial aspect, okay. So we should mark this one as buccal or labial aspect, okay. So this will be your buccal aspect. I have marked for better understanding. So this will be your distal aspect. So crown is the distal aspect, root line, this will be the distal aspect. This will be your lingual aspect. Can you see that lingual aspect? Okay, I have marked as L, and this will be your mesial aspect. So you can see that I have marked in all the 4 surfaces, and this will be finally your incisal end, this portion, okay. This portion will be your incisal aspect. So I will start with the crown portion first, okay. So I am having the demarcation line preparation. This is a cervical line, okay. So I am marking it on all the surfaces, okay. So first of all, this will be the incisor, this will be the cervical line, and this portion will be the root portion. According to the dimensions, we should do the preparation, okay. So we should reduce this portion of wax for preparing the proximal surface, that is the mesial and the distal surface. So you can see this. So mesial preparation and for distal preparation, this way of wax removal is suggested, okay. So this is for mesial and distal aspect. So I am preparing the crown buccal surface. So cervical line should be marked for better understanding. You can see the wax should be removed in such a way for proper finish. The root should be prepared in certain portions by removing that wax below the cervical line simultaneously. Okay, and then you can see. So you can see this preparation part of incisal end. This is your lingual portion. So this will be your fossa, future fossa. So the fossa will be much compromised when compared to the central incisor. Okay, these will be your marginal ridges. These two things will be your marginal ridges. Okay, so gradually you should reduce the size, and the cervical line dip will be, that is, if it is, this should be a mesial dip, this will be your depth of curvature. Okay, and similarly this will be your distal depth of curvature. So these things should be marked and then carved, so it doesn't vary from natural preparation. So after removing the wax, you can see this will be your buccal aspect. You can see the proximal surfaces. Okay, and then you can see the lingual surface. Can you see this? So we can see buccal aspect, lingual aspect, and then the proximal aspect. So this is how it will come once the trimming part is done. So I have done the crown part. Now let's see what to do in the root part. Okay, what sort of tilt or what sort of morphology we need to do will be done, and I will show you in this demo. I'm doing the root portion. So gently hold the block, so you may fracture the wax block, and the carving should be smooth enough so that it doesn't get dip into the wax block. If it is getting dipped in, there may be a fracture line here and there, or it may fracture or break. So there should be an apical preparation. So you can see this. So some more preparation I will show. So you can see the carving right now. So I have done the basic preparations, and the almost final morphology has been created to a natural size. This is your buccal aspect. You can see the crown, you can see the root portion. Okay, and then you can see the lingual aspect. Okay, fine. So this is about the lingual aspect, and then can you see the distal tilt towards the, that is the root tip tilting towards the distal aspect. So this is the distal portion of the tooth, and this will be the mesial portion of the tooth. Okay, thank you. So the final completed work, you can see. See, you can see the root portion as well as the crown. This is the final outcome. So you need to do the preparation in such a way the light should reflect over the crown surface. This much polish and shine should be there. So hope you understood the carving and the polishing of maxillary lateral incisor. Thank you. I expect the same work from you people. Thank you.